have an upcoming championship match here. You can say that this is for all the marbles here. You're playing Gerry Price in the championship. He is the 15 and under champion. How do you feel being the old man?
Well, you know, I look at it, we're both about the same. You know, I think I got him by about a year. He's got a lot of experience. He's ranked on the Pro Tour already. He's top 24 players. So, you know, I got my work cut out for me. But after coming off the tiebreaker, winning 11-0, I feel real strong, and I've just been watching him play. He doesn't seem to be playing real well. So I'm pretty confident tomorrow.
Okay, could you let us know the strategy that you'll use against him tomorrow in the finals?
Yeah, well, Jerry's kind of a slower player. He's a little bit heavy, you know, not about 10 pounds overweight, and he's a big kid. So I will use a lot of pin shots because I think that'll take away some of his power, where the passes, if they're coming off the back wall, he hits the ball really hard. He gets all his power into the ball off the back wall, and he's really tough off the back wall. So I want to keep the ball in front, pinch it, and then I'm going to move up real close when he's playing because he tends to pinch everything. So I got to play really up on him.
What a professional on the tour most influenced your games? Who do you try and emulate?
Well, you know, I have pretty much my own style, but I kind of like the way Mike Allen plays. You know, he has a lot of power, but he mixes in a little control in there. He has the best overall game on the tour. Just that Hogan's a little bit of a better athlete, but he has the best overall game, I think.
What are your goals in racquetball? What do you want to accomplish? You want to go onto the Pro Tour? You want to keep playing amateur?
Well, I like to win a national. This year, my goal is to win the national junior title. I want to win the intercollegiate title because I'm going to college this year, and I also want to win the men's open title and be the first one to win all 3 of those. And, you know, and then after that, I like to go on to the pros and become the best pro in the world. You know, racquetball doesn't have a lot of money in it right now, but it's starting to get a little better. They have a new tour set up where it hurts a lot of players, but the 12 that are on the tour are going to be making a lot of money. If I could ever get in that 12, I can make a decent amount of money at the game.
Is this your first time in the national finals?
No, my second.
So, have you ever won a national?
Yeah, 2 years ago, 1300.
Was that the USRA?
Yeah.
Oh, the USRA. How did you start playing racquetball?
Well, my dad took me one day to go play. I liked it, so I just started playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was there any competition between you and your father?
Yeah, at first.
So what you're saying is you can beat him now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty handily, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's good news. Are you presently sponsored by anyone?
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. Do you receive money or expenses?
No.
Or anything?
Mm.
So would you receive clothes and equipment?
Yeah.
Is that right? And how often do you practice?
About 2 hours a day or something.
Yeah. Do you run at all?
Yeah. Sprints on the racquetball court.
But you don't do any outside running?
Yeah, every once in a while. Go do a couple miles and then run stadiums at school, football field.
Is there any pro on the tour that you try and emulate their style?
It more or less Dave Peck. He's the one that taught me how to play.
Oh, okay. I mean, you one of the kids that were featured in that article that one time with David Peck?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's a fine player. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine player. Are you presently coached by anyone?
Yeah, I'm with my Dave. He's in town.
Yeah.
Coaching me.
Do you think racquetball has gotten to the point where a coach can really help?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen yourself on tape?
Yeah.
So you've done work analyzing your stroke?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are presently in high school. Are you junior?
Yeah.
Are you a celebrity at school?
No.
Are there any girls that you go out with?
Yeah, every once in a while.
And just off and on?
Yeah.
Do you find that you don't have a lot of time?
Not really.
Yeah. Is there any particular music you like? Any bands?
Not really. I like to listen to a lot of different bands.
Like what? Would you say that you like hard rock music? You like punk?
Hard rock and rock.
How do you get psyched before a match?
Well, these past days I've been listening to AC/DC.
Good tunes. How do you prepare yourself for a match after you you've lost the previous tournament. How do you come back after a loss?
I really don't. I just go on the court and practice what I was missing during the tournament.
Yeah.
See if I can improve it a little bit.
Okay, what you're saying then is, well, when you lose, it psychs you up to practice harder.
Yeah.
Have you played any other sports? Any other sports in high school or out of school?
Yeah, I used to play baseball and basketball.
How much did that first national junior title, how much confidence did that give you in your game?
I mean, pretty much.
Did that make you feel like you were a national champion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do you consider yourself a power or a control player?
I guess I'm in between. Maybe.
Tomorrow in the finals, what are you going to use against your opponent?
Try to control the game and try not to hit it too hard because he plays the game hitting it hard.
Okay, have you ever played him before?
Yeah.
And what was the outcome?
I won the first game. I beat him 21-15 and 21-18.
As a junior player, would you like to see the ball slow down as you get older and maybe think of this as a pro career?
Maybe.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. How do you adjust to this fast ball? Do you like playing with it?
Yeah, I love playing the fastball.
Yeah. What are your goals in racquetball?
Well, I hope I can get pretty far.
Okay, do you have any desire to be a pro?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with David Simonette, and he has 3 national junior titles already under his belt at the age of 13 years old. When did you start playing racquetball? How old were you?
I was 9.
9 years old? And who introduced you to the game?
My dad.
How often do you train for the sport? Do you run, lift weights?
Almost every day.
So what you're saying is you run every day? How often do you play?
Every day.
Do you play players that are older than you?
Most of the time in order.
Have you played in any open division tournaments yet?
I won the A at the Pro Stop in Houston.
The A division? It's quite an accomplishment. You are the #1 seed in the open, aren't you?
In the 12-man, yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel any pressure being #1 seed?
No.
Seems like everybody's out after you, gunning for you.
Well, everyone's trying to beat me, but so far I'm in the finals. And I think I should win.
Do you consider yourself a power player or a control player? Or both?
I'm a mixture between both.
Yeah. Well, I've seen your backhand, and it appears for your age group that you hit the ball harder than anyone on the backhand. Do you agree?
Yeah, I hit my backhand harder than most people my age.
Yeah. Are you a celebrity in school?
Nah, not really.
No, your friends know that you have 3 national titles, but they don't really treat you like a celebrity. They do treat you like one?
Nah, treat me just like the same kid.
Yeah. Let me ask you what you think of yourself. Do you think you're a great player?
I think I'm good for my age.
Do you think you have the potential to be a great player?
I think if I keep practicing and playing as well as I have been, someday I can be good.
Yeah.
That's the pro tour.
What do you think about Marty Hogan? Do you think one day you'd like to take over his #1 position? Yeah? Okay, you're playing Tim Doyle tomorrow in the championship. Is there any certain strategy you're going to use?
Well, he hits the ball pretty hard, so I'm going to lob serve and try to keep the ball to the ceiling, keep him back court, and try to take the first shot.
How much confidence did a junior national title give you? I mean, before you won a junior title, did you know you were good enough to win one?
And the first one I played in, I lost the first round. And then I started doing better until I finally won one. And then I had more confidence in the next one I played in, and I won that one too.
Well, now after you lose a match, whether it be in a national tournament or whatever, how do you psych yourself up to come back and win the next
As
tournament?
soon as you lose a match, you have to just start practicing, playing again for the next tournament. You gotta put out of your mind that you lost.
Have you ever thought that this game is boring? Have you ever played so much that it's gotten boring?
No.
So how many hours was that you played a day on the average?
2 or 3.
Right, Is there any particular kind of music you like? What groups do you like?
Hard rock.
Hard rock? Do you like to listen to it before or after a game?
Anytime.
Yeah? So then what you're saying is maybe before a game it spikes you up, gets you going? Yeah. But you would say you're strictly hard rock, not punk?
No.
It's been hard the last couple years for juniors to get sponsored. As I understand it, you have 3 sponsors.
Burger King, Exxon, and Nike.
Did you receive expenses from them or what?
Burger King pays for expenses, Exxon pays for equipment and clothes, and Nike just gives me shoes and some clothes.
Okay, when you say expenses, is that your hotel and your airfare?
Employment fees and rental cars.
It's what? No, why don't you explain to me what you just said?
You're going down.
What does that mean?
It means you're going to lose.
Yeah? I haven't seen you play. Are you very vocal on the court?
When I get into a match where the guy's got an equal eye and ability, it can get pretty vocalizing and a lot of diving.
When you start talking to a person on the court, do you feel that's to your advantage?
Yeah, it is, because it's psyching me up and it's psyching them out.
Yeah, well, there's been players that they can talk during a match and actually psych their opponent out where they can respond under it and play. Do you think you're a player like that, where you can talk throughout the match?
Not like that.
What do you think about these players that are extra loud and that cheat?
I don't like them.
Okay, there are girls at the tournament that think you're cute. How many girlfriends do you have?
No.
1, 2?
You are so ugly.